Hello class, I hope you all are good and fine at your places. I'm your physical education teacher Vikrant. So class, we continue our unit 3 yoga and lifestyle. Okay, so basically in previous class video I'm telling you what is the meaning of asana and also the importance and benefits of the asana to how to preventing of the disease. Okay, so in this video we're talking about all these topics. Okay, so first topic is basically today topic is obesity and how we know the all the asanas, how to do. Okay, then the benefit of the asana and the uh, contributions of for these asanas. Okay, so in this video we're talking about the all asana related to your obesity. Okay, so one by one we're talking about the all asanas just like Vajrasan, Padhastasan, Urdhavasan, Trikonasana and Ardha Matyasanas. Okay class, so let's start the class. So class, first we know about what is the obesity and how to affecting your daily life and in your body, how dangerous is obesity and what is the causes of the obesity and also the through obesity which disease you will take or having. Okay, so basically the we're talking all the obesities. Okay class, so class, nowadays obesity has become a enormous as well as a fatal health problem. So this problem is not only seen in India, but it is prevalent in other countries also. Even in the United States of America, once out of 3 adults and 1 out of 5 children and teenagers are falling the problem of obesity. So in India, we witness similar situation majority of the people since childhood. So fall prey to obesity is the most of the countries of the world. So in fact, obesity is that condition in the body in which the amount of fat increase to extreme level. Okay, so basically this is the definition of the obesity. And the other words we can say that obesity can be defined the condition when individual weight 20% more than the ideal weight and adults with a BMI more than 30 then ideal BMI usually considered with obsess. So in case obesity the body weight individual always more compares or to height. So considering the numbers of health risks associated with obesity, it has been declared a disease. It has been observed that person usually fall prey to diabetes, hypertension, cardiovascular disease, cancer, arthritis, autothyroidism, flat foot, respiratory problems, varicose veins, and also the liver manufacturing functions. Okay, so basically this is the all our problems to facing through obesity. Okay, so now we're talking about the how to control your obesity through yoga asanas or yogas. So class, okay class, so now we're talking about our first asana is Vajrasanas. Okay, so Vajrasana is a very helpful to control your obesity and also your metabolism and digestive system is strong through Vajrasanas. Okay, so first of all we talking about how to do this asana. Okay, so first this asana is a meditative asana. Okay, so first then now how to do this asana is, the first step is to knee down on the ground or floor with your knee, ankle and toe touching the ground. Okay, your toe should be stretched backward. Now place your palm of your hands on the knees. The upper body should be straight at this time. The breathing should be deep, even and slow. Okay, then expand your chest forward and pull your abdominal rotation inward. Okay, so this is the all process or and how to do the Vajrasanas. Okay, class. So class, now I am telling you what is the benefit of the Vajrasanas. Okay, so there are some benefits of the Vajrasanas. So first benefit is strengthens your pelvic muscles. Okay, then next benefit is it can be predicted after having food. It enhance your digestion process. Okay, then next benefit is stabilize your mind and body. Then next is help in cytikia. The next benefit is it cure indigestion and improve your metabolism. Okay, then next benefit is improve your flexibility in ankles. Okay, so next benefit is it gives strength to the thigh muscles. And the last one benefit is improve your blood circulation in your body. Okay, so basically this is the all our benefits of the Vajrasanas. Okay, so let's move next page. Okay, so in next page there are some consequences of the Vajrasanas. Okay, it means which person will be not doing this asana. If you any problem like this, so you should be not do these asanas. Okay, so first consequence of the Vajrasana is Vajrasana should not be practiced by the people who have sharp arthritis or of the knees. Okay, if anybody have a arthritis disease, so this type of person will be not doing Vajrasanas. Okay, then second one is runners should be avoid this if they have injury in their hamstring muscles or the pelvis. Okay, then next is this pose may bring unwanted pressure to the intestines, so those suffering for the hernia or unclear should avoid it. Okay, then last one is this pose should not be practiced if one is suffering for injured of ligament and ankle of knee. Okay, so this is the all our precaution to if the person if anybody or any person will be facing these types of problems, so this types of person should be avoided the Vajrasanas. Okay, class. Okay, class. So our next asana is Padhastasana. Okay, so basically the Padhastasana is related to your obesities. So first we're talking about how to processing these asanas and produce these asanas. Okay, so first bend forward until the fingers or palm of the hand touch the floor or either side of the feet. Okay, then try to touch the knee with the forehead. Do not strain, keep this knee strained. Okay, Then exhale will bending forward. Try to contact the abdominal mean in the final position to expel the maximum amount of air from the lungs. Okay class, so this is the all our process to do the Padhastasanas. Okay class, so let's move next page. Okay, so in next page there are benefits of Padhasanas. Okay, so first benefit is massage the digestive organs. Then next is alleviates fluctuations and constipation and indigestions. Okay, the next is spinal nerves are stimulated and toned. Increase your vitalities and improve your metabolism, improve your concentrations, and last one is help with nasal and throat disease. Okay, so this is all our benefit of Padhasana. Okay, so let's move next page. Okay, so in next page there is the contraindications of the Padhasanas. Okay, so people who suffering for the coordination like hypertension and heart problems should not practice Padhasanas. Okay, one should be not practice this asana if he or she is suffering for the ulcer, those who are suffering for the hip injuries, vertigo, knee problems, abdominal hernia and sciatica should be never practice these asanas. Okay, so basically this is the all our consequences of the Padhasana. Okay, so these types of problem, if you anybody was facing, so basically this type of the person should be avoiding the Padhasanas. Okay class, so class our next asana is Urdhva Hastasanas. Okay, so the process of the doing Urdhva Hastasanas is you must being by assuming Tadasana. Stand with your arms at your sides, then gently raise them to the ceilings. Make sure that your arms are parallel to each other. And you can also bring your palms together over your heads. You do this, make sure your shoulders are not headed. If your palms are apart, then they must be face each other. Your arms must be straight at all times such that they are activated all throughout till your fingertips move your gaze upward. Your shoulder must be away from your ears and your shoulder blades must be pressed firmly on your back. Your thighs should be engaged in such way that they pull the kneecaps up. Strengthen your legs but do not lock your knee. Okay, so this is all our procedure of the Urdhva Hastasanas. Okay, and Urdhva Hastasanas also calling the Hastasanas. Okay class, so let's move next page. Okay, so the benefit of Urdhva Hastasana is give rest the whole body. In children, help increasing the height, increase the flexibility of waist, reduce belly fat, also help in reducing the constipations, improve your pulmonary functions, and the last one is stimulate nervous systems. Okay, so this is all our benefits of Urdhva Hastasanas. So let's move next page. Okay, so in next page there are some conjugations of the Urdhva Hastasanas. So first is one should avoid these pose having neck pain. Okay. Then next is one should be avoid this pose having a shoulder pain. The last one is one should avoid this pose if having spinal injury or pain. Okay. So anybody have a neck pain, shoulder pain or spinal injury or pain. So this type of person should be avoided these asanas. Okay class. So class our next asana is Trikonasana. Okay, so Trikonasana is also calling a triangle pose. Okay, so the procedure of the doing this asana is first of all stand with your legs apart, then raise the arms sideways up to the shoulders level, then bend the trunk sideways and raise the right hand upward, touch the ground with the left hand behind left foot. After some time do the same asanas which opposes arm in the same way. Okay, so this is the all our process to do the Trikonasana or triangle pose. Okay class, so let's move next page. Okay, so in next page there is the benefits of Trikonasanas. So first benefit is Trikonasana help in your digestions. Okay, then next is therapeutics or stress, anxiety, inflammatory, neck pain or sciatica. Okay, so basically this Trikonasana helping of these types of problems. Okay, so next is his back has interior stage. Okay, then next is help women during their menstrual cycle. Then last one is improve the flexibility of waist and spine. Okay, so this is the all our benefits of the Trikonasanas. So let's move next page. Okay, so in next page there are some contraindications of the Trikonasanas. So first is avoid if having a low or high blood pressures. Okay, if you any was facing the blood pressure problems such like low and high, so this type of person should be avoid this. Okay, then next is avoid this pose if having any kind of neck injury. Then next is avoid if having back injury. Okay, so next is avoid if athlete having the hamstring injuries. Okay, okay, so these types of injury having the sport person or normal people, so basically these types of person will be or should be avoid the Trikonasanas. Okay, so this is the all our consequences of the Trikonasanas. Okay class, so class our next asana is Ardha Matyasanas. Okay, and the Ardha Matyasana is also calling the half lord of the fish pose. Okay, so the procedure of this asana is the left knee kept under the right thigh and the right thigh leg is crossed over the left thigh. After that hold the right toe with left hand and turn your head and back to the right side. In this position move your trunk sideways, then perform the same asanas in the reverse positions. Okay, so first you doing the right side, then you do with left side. Okay, so this is the all our process or to doing the Ardha Matyasanas. Okay class, so let's move next page. Okay, so in next page the benefits of Ardha Matyasana is help the nervous system and strengthen the back. Okay, the next is bone stretching, improve flexibilities and tone of the muscles. The next is control menstrual cycles in women and bring shine on face. Also control secretion of the pregnancy glands. Then next is reduction fat and help in controlling the obesity. This pose flex the lower part of the body, making hip strong and toned. Then last one is relaxes excess heat toxic from organs and tissues. Okay, so this is the all are benefits of the Ardha Matyasana. Okay class, so let's move next page. Okay, so in next page some consequences of this asana. Okay, so first is avoid will suffering for several back or neck pain. The next is avoid this pose completely if having slip disc problems. Okay, the next is those with internal organ issue may find this pose difficult and painful. So basically in this reason avoid this asana. And the last one is it should be avoided while pregnancy explanation of any two asanas. Okay, so basically this is the all are consequences of this Ardha Matyasana. Okay class, so basically these all asanas related to your obesity or decreasing your obesity and helping to lose your weight or also to control your body weight and fat level. Okay class, so I hope you all understand about all the asanas and what is the obesity and what is the process to do this asana, benefits and consequences of these all asanas. Okay class, so class, stay fit, stay healthy. Thank you class.